What's up, gang? What's up, gang? What's up, gang? If you're new here, welcome to the Spiritual Ghetto. If not, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Grab your chapstick, grab your water, come on back and grab your messages. Hey, if you were seeking something a little more personal, you see the website going across the screen at the bottom in that pretty green. All the links can be found, excuse me, for all the things you need in the description box down below. What else? Use code FALL25 to take 10% off of your mediumship sessions, which we are open for mediumship, regular sessions, one-to-one sessions, tarot card reading, email reading, conjure sessions, all the things. All right. Without further ado, let's get into this celebrity read. All right. I'm already getting the Oracle deck that wants to talk now. I got the tarot deck in my hand that wants to talk now. Yes. First, well, let's wish you are my lover. Before I get started, all right, let me get started because the messages are starting to flow in. All right, so today we're gonna do another celebrity read. Y'all love them, y'all hate them, whatever. But we're gonna do Cardi B and Offset. I know people have done these. I think I've done that maybe once or twice. I don't think so. It feels like I've done it once or twice. I've read Cardi B before, but this is going to be a reconciliation reading because that's what I keep hearing when I see them, and I give it 2 years max. Within that 2 year time frame, they will be reconciled, or like right after that 2 year point. But the first cards that were coming out from the Oracle deck is the Lover's card here and the Gemini. These are essentially the same card. If you know anything about tarot, the Lover's card is the Gemini card. Gemini energy, anyways, and that is blah, 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 blah. It's here again. The twins is what I'm saying. The twins are here, which is Gemini energy. The lovers. So interesting. Kind of looks like them in this aspect. But let's hear. Let's see what spirit. Wish you are my lover. That's who's that? Shaka? I believe that's Shaka. I was gonna say Mary, but that's Shaka. That's definitely Shaka. I don't know why I was feeling Mary J. Blige. I think right now the relationship may feel very Mary J. Blige-ish. And if like you don't know the difference between the music, then I can't really explain it. But Mary J. Blige just gives all my life cuddled up in bed under the covers all my life. And Shaka is talking about what you I don't remember the rest of the words right now, but let's see what else Spirit has to say about this. We've got the Two of Swords in reverse. Ugh. Got the Two of Swords in reverse here, the Four of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse. All right, the Two of Swords upright talks about stagnancy. In reverse, this is like they've kind of made peace in a way, not with one another, but with like where the relationship is. What the Four of Cups in reverse is like missing a blessing, essentially. That's what this card talks about. And upright talks about kind of ignoring that blessing. In reverse, it's like you've missed that blessing, you fumbled it, all right? The Eight of Swords in reverse also talks about freedom, openness. Now, I think these were two people who this gives me two people who were craving love so bad that they found it. They were gifted the love that they were looking for, and they fumbled it. I know people will be like, well, I'm not judging. I'm not reading this from public persona. I'm reading this from the energy that is presented. But this is a freedomness and openness that's being expressed now with the Eight of Swords in reverse. And funny enough, we get to see everything. It's public. Everything is very public, and I think that's more of what this freedom is about. Is that every move as freeing as they try to make themselves be or feel, I feel like these are people who feel very constrained because every move is criticized, because every move is public. Every move is so public. The Hierophant in reverse, this is something that didn't happen traditionally either. This is like the idea of this situation. I think the idea of this situation to their loved ones is a bit more taboo as well. But I think also this Hierophant represents leading to divorce. That's what The Hierophant represents tradition, upright marriage. In reverse, it would represent the taboo idea of divorce. This is divorce happening, the freedom and openness. They will have this. This divorce will be finalized. It'll be settled. It'll be finalized, legalized. What is this dropping into my lap? The Justice card will be here. The Knight of Wands and the Moon. It'll be legalized. It'll be finalized. It'll be fair, is what it will be. The Justice card is here. There will be, and this doesn't necessarily, justice doesn't necessarily mean a fair exchange. It doesn't necessarily mean an equal 50-50 split. If that's what they were seeking, there's not going to be a 50-50 split. There will not be a 50-50 split. Justice does not always mean a 50-50 split. Justice means, people feel like an eye for an eye is justice. It is, but it doesn't necessarily mean 50-50 split. It doesn't mean you got what you got. This is, is she gonna pay to get out of this? Justice. The Queen of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse. The Fool in reverse. It's the thing. No, she doesn't. The Queen of Swords in reverse is like manipulation. No. Ah. All right. So I'm hearing this and like, she not uh she not the victim like y'all think she is. She might be telling y'all that like, I have to pay to get out of this. It's not payment here. Strength in the reverse position indicates weakness. My left ear is ringing, indicating like damages or danger. But damages. This is like damaging to her social status. This will be this having to pay this money is somehow like damaging to her social status. Number one, but the truth is a little bit more damaging as well to her social status. It's dangerous. The truth is dangerous. He has built something. He's entitled to something. He's not acting entitled. And that's what's stopping the ending of something. That's what's stopping the full transformation of something, is that he is entitled to damages. I don't know if he's like claiming their damages or something, but he is entitled to whatever this is. Temperance. It's like it's a that makes so much sense though. Temperance in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse. A lot of things are very chaotic because everything around this is taboo. Everything around this is taboo. And what people don't understand, what I mean by that is like, for a long time, right? If a male and female rapper got together, the male rapper like made more because they were always necessarily bigger. It was easier to market male rappers bigger. Now with this expansion and this explosion, we have female rappers that like make more money than some men, right? In this case, they get a lot more publicity, a lot more shine, a lot more brand deals. So they have that at that level where they can keep climbing in that space. The idea of their entire relationship has kind of been taboo. She makes more money. The all the way down to the ending where he's asking for money. You don't hear the men ask for money at the end of a marriage. You don't hear that often. This is somebody asking for the money, but it's not because he feels like he's entitled. He actually is entitled. This is actually somebody who helped build this. I would go as far as to say he's a contractor on the property. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like he feels like a contractor on the property. He feels like he's entitled, like he worked. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles at the as the deck is shuffling. This is building. This is a building family. This is investments. This is nurturing. This is nurtured. The nurture does not always have to come from the feminine part of it. That's what people don't understand. You can be nurtured in multiple different ways. If this man nurtured her career or nurtured her business, we don't even have to say career. We can say business. If he nurtured the business aspect of his partner, of his spouse, then that is where he is seeking the reward. Queen of Pentacles falling out here. With the Ten of Pentacles, they were just there in the middle and they fell out as I was shuffling again. But the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles talks about nurturing money, nurturing finance, nurturing home, nurturing those earthly things so that they can grow. The Ten of Pentacles, again, finance, business, money, family, that divine element, right? This is somebody who was able to he nurtured her business to the point again where she was able to take care of her family in a comfortable way, and not just in again, she was already doing that, but more so this is solidifying that stability again, which is why she doesn't want to lose anything, which is why she doesn't want to give anything, right, to get out of this marriage. There will be some money given though to close this deal. Yeah, the King of Swords. The King of Swords could be a judge decreeing Three of Pentacles. Judges and lawyers probably gathered together with the King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. This is some deal. They're having to make some deal. Because there's three people in this one, and look how the guy in the center is smiling, the guy with the little hammer, and then the guy looking up at him, kind of pleading a little bit, this kind of looks like the judge kind of calling the lawyers in and being there's got to be something that's going to be given. There's some evidence that he's getting that's going to make him make this decision. The Five of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about how this is coming out of poverty. This is that coming out of finance. He's going to be giving evidence about what was invested financially from this man's pocket. That's a dirty game. And I'm hearing it in that way because I'm also hearing if you are a Real Housewives of Atlanta fan or viewer, when Nini's husband and her first got divorced, it was a very ugly battle. But when they first got divorced, there's also a couple who got divorced, went their separate ways, did separate things, and then came back and got remarried. Take it if you will. But when they were, it was a very ugly battle. But one of the things I remember him distinctly saying about Nini is I gave you 300,000 so you can get your fucking career started. This is kind of that same exact space. This is somebody, I won't say he gave you 300,000, but 300,000, 500,000. It could have been any of those. Why is my phone not on messages? But he gave money to. He invested. There was investments. There's paid for. I don't know. There's the pay. I'm hearing paid for studio time. There's paid for time. There's paid for time, investments, dealings, happenings that he helped make happen. And I as a fan of these two, you do remember hearing, there were certain things that people didn't do for her in the beginning that some people did end up doing later. This is one of those things where Knight of Cups and Page of Cups. These were offers, ideas, opportunities, intuitive things that he's this would work for you. These are ideas, offers. This is a lot of help. This is a lot of partnership. This is a lot of emotion invested behind this. This is why this is why he feels like he should get paid. He is going to get paid something. I don't feel like it's the entire 10 million. I feel more like 7 of Pentacles in reverse, 7. He's probably gonna get 7. And I don't know why we're stuck on this fucking 300,000, but I think he's gonna get 7 million out of the 10 he's requesting, and maybe 300,000. Maybe whatever property he's asking for is 300,000. Whatever, and 9 of Cups upright, that would make him satisfied. He would be grateful. He would be satisfied, and he would be off the things. But yeah, he's definitely not getting the whole 10, but he's actually gonna provide I'm hearing something about alimony. Give me a second. He's definitely going to provide the statements of what he's done. Is also going to be receiving alimony. Ace of Swords upright, Ace of Cups in reverse. Yes, he is. This is I get if this is his alimony payment we're covering, he's gonna get that. There is gonna be a finalization to the divorce. But this is again, this is based on him providing financial records. I heard tax records, but financial records. Um, of like basically a detailed account of like what he's done, what he's invested. Again, this is saying that somebody saying like I helped build, and they did the thing. Uh, and I want to clarify it because I guess like the public will kind of feel like he's saying, "Bitch, I built you." He's not saying that. It may be coming off as "Bitch, I built you," but what he's really saying in the court, what we aren't maybe getting is that I helped build. I am a contractor that's old. This is like building a house and not paying the contractor. This is kind of feels more of that. He feels like a house is built, you didn't pay the contractor, right? I'm not saying like, bitch, I own your house, but if you don't pay your contractor, bitch, don't be surprised if they start coming pulling 2x4s and nails up out your shit. And on top of that, we have to talk about the obvious goat in the fucking room in this case. And I don't want to ask that goat, but the obvious goat is like they're also getting a divorce. So yeah, now you got to pay that. Now you got to pay that. You didn't have to pay it before because you were married, but now you got to pay that. Now you got to pay that. Um, let's clean up this spread and let's get to the reconciliation of it, I guess. Because we got Gemini, we got lovers out here. Yeah. Let's see. Is there a long term in the future for Stefan B and Cardi B? Let's see what came up. The star card is out here. The Ten of Wands. And the Judgment. This I'm seeing X's, two X's. X on all the cards. He's about at his three strikes, to be honest with you. Um, actually, he 3, 4 strikes to be fucking honest. Um, there's so much here. Like she carried so much over. This feels more like grief and guilt of like getting with this person. The high priest is not listening to somebody's intuition, not necessarily being there, the wheel of fortune, disfortunate events, these unfortunate events are not listening to your intuition, taking this thing public, going public with this, there's a lot of things that are regretted that like she has to stand by now, the chariot in reverse. It feels like it has to stand by now, and it feels like this is like you're stuck to this person now. Two of Cups in reverse, misalignment though. You're stuck to a person you don't want to be aligned. She's stuck to a person she doesn't want to be aligned with. Of course, 20, the number 20 is out here. They have a kid together. You got to put up with this person for at least 18 years, right? But he's definitely on his third or fourth strike. They only have a few more months together. Um, this could be the month of October. I know the month of October passed, but I'm saying like a future month, October, but they only have a few more months together. I don't see this going very much long term. I also see her trying to reconcile something, or there will be they will both be in a space of reconciliation after this is not after this is ended. Um, I don't know. I think this is more going to be like it's going to be started by the public, kind of reminding her like of offsides or of what they looked like in the beginning. The reconciliation is going to be based off of like the public, not necessarily swaying her opinion, But it, you know, just like we can see all the bad that somebody does all day on the internet, this is one of those situations where we'll see the good times because the public definitely doesn't want her to step on. Let's see. No, they think he's a worse option. They think he's like a karmic debted option. Like you're gonna end up incurring more debt or more weight or more troubles, more sorrows with him. All right. So I think I'm gonna leave that one there. I'm gonna get this up there to you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna leave this there for you guys. It's all love in the hood. Peace.